bites on that cast. Not really the right kind, other than it's a bass. Didn't expect that. Not back in the back of this cove. He ain't as big as he looked in the water. I'm not recording constantly because I got one card for practice, one memory card, and 2 days of practice. So that's 17-inch smallmouth on a swim jig in 2 feet of water. And I mean, when I say that fish crushed it, that fish crushed it. I thought for sure it was going to be a big largemouth, but not complaining. That was fun. Wouldn't weigh much, but it'd be a good kayak bass. $18.5. Just skinny. It's a smallmouth. Bumped your head, dude. Finally caught a smallmouth on Ned Rig. Not a big one. About a 15.5 maybe. maybe. Not gonna bother trying to measure them. It's hot outside and he ain't that big. So anyways, pretty fish. Alright, we took an intermission. Set the tent up. Drove around a little bit and looked at some different spots. Back fishing here. I just caught one little smallmouth. This is not a big one, but a lot nicer than the last one. Wouldn't be one you'd really want on your card, but I think he would probably be on my card today. So who knows? I don't really know what to expect, having only really fished this lake once. So there's probably another 15 1/4, 15 1/2 inch smallie on a Ned up from under the dock this time. Just when I was ready to give up on the jerkbait. Not that it's a big one, but it's a fish. The only other thing I've caught on is white perch. Smallie right there. Got it on the drop. I was about to try to re-rig my other rod and took off with it. Definitely not a bluegill. Weird. A drop shot. This thing. Not a big one, but 15 1/2. Want to be a drum. It's fighting like a smallie, but you're not that big, buddy. I mean, you're pretty dang nice, I guess. He's not that big, though. Just thick. Alright, 18-incher. He's throwing up just gobs of minnows. They're not a big one, but ooh, man, what my line touched, but Thought it was a smallmouth, but now it feels like a drum. Not the smallmouth. Big one again, maybe 15 3/4. Not a bad one. These largemouth don't know what they're supposed to be doing out here. Largemouth on a swim bait off the dam. What are you thinking? It's a nice one, 16.5. Fish. Yeah, it is. Big one too. Why don't you use that flutter spoon, buddy? Be neat to catch one of you on a flutter spoon. But that shell was a nice one. Threw my dang bait off. We ended on that note right there. Just a chunk. Thought I lost him, but I set the hook and the weed that he was on broke. Nothing real exciting, 15 inches or so, but it's the first fish of the morning. I got pooped on. Gosh dang, bird pooped right on my head right when I was fighting this fish. I felt it smack me. Oh, that's a fat one. It's not very long, but that is a fat, healthy fish. $15 3/4. He's in my... Well, that's a big, thick fish. I'll let that white creek sit there forever. It's got a giant head on it. Same, dude, same. Just like that, comes right out. Seven. It's a nice fish. Big as he's trying to be, but still a nice, healthy smallmouth. So that was cool. He'd be about a 16 if I was actually measuring him. Finally got one to bite out of a brush pile. I wasn't paying attention at all when it happened. I was looking at this big catfish over here, laying up on a bank, just hanging out, waiting for one of these bluegills to make a mistake. Not a big one, but not a bad fish. Way up shallow. Sucked a Ned right underneath the dock. Another 15.5 or so. Get him another one with him. I think he just got himself turned around. A quarter, 17 and a half. Nice smallie. Oh, he choked it too. Oh, he choked that bait. Holy cow. Don't do yourself any favors here, buddy. Easy. Oh my, that's not good. Down the bank and sight fish this one. Just looking to see if there's any in these weeds. Oof. Man, these fish are torn up. It wouldn't look very good either. I'm just kind of screwing around at this point. Fishing stuff that I know I ain't gonna fish tomorrow unless something really magical happens, but yeah, still catching a couple every now and then. I've caught a couple little bitty ones that I haven't started the camera for, so that's a little better one. Not one that I would want on my scorecard, but not one that I mind catching either. All right, get my camera on here. So I went and back at my campsite, obviously. Went and took a shower at the shower house all the way across the campsite and left my one catfish rod that I still had bait on here. I got back and it was gone. I laid down on the ground. The whole rod holder got pulled over. The ground's so hard because the ground's so dry, and I couldn't hardly get the pole holder staked down the ground. Thankfully, it was just falling over, but I got down here and it was still, you know, doing one of these, and had like 10 wraps of line left on it. So I got down here, picked it up, flipped the reel on, and set the hook, and obviously got it because it was still on there, and you know, expecting a channel cat, or maybe I'd get real lucky and it was a blue. And I get it up here and it's a striper. I mean, I know they're in here and everything, obviously, but I sure was not expecting it. The bad thing is that he's hooked deep. It's a big hook. It's hot. So I really doubt this fish is going to make it. So I don't know if I should clean it, find somebody else who wants it. Plus he'd probably come up out of deep water. Who knows how deep it was by the time I set the hook on it. I found the wobbliest rock I could find to do this on. Okay, it's way down there. It's a nice striper too. I feel like I'd be irresponsible to turn it loose because I don't think it'll make it. Wow. I've only ever caught one striper in Kansas before. That's a nice second one. That's probably my second biggest striper I've ever caught. I hate to keep it, but I mean, it's already losing its color, so there's no way it's going to make it. Which they're a put and take fish anyways, so I hate to clean a fish right after I showered too, but what do you do? Oh well. Anyways, I guess I'm gonna go do what I gotta do here. See if I can hold him up. He's just not doing good already. Probably 7 pounds, something like that. Right after I got it in, they started blowing up again out there. I tried to get another one on a top water, but they wouldn't bite. So, all right, let me get a couple pictures while it's still got some color and take care of him.